Well, welcome into my shop again this morning. Today I thought we would try a couple little experiments here. Well, actually just one for now. May do another one later on down the road. This one's going to be a gnome. It's going to be a Sorcerer Gnome, as I call it. And you can pick up this pattern along with a few other gnomes in a little package I've got up on Etsy. It's a relatively cheap package, and if you like gnomes, you like to play around with ideas, you might want to try playing around with this one and with the other ones that are in the packet. Alright, so to get started with this, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the patterns from this paper, and I got a couple pieces of scrap that have been lying around, 1/4 inch birch ply, and I'm going to use those to cut these out. It's a fairly simple cut. If you're new at working with a scroll saw, this might be a good one to start with. Alright, so I've got the tape down on the plywood already. That'll of course allow me a surface to put the pattern on. And I've also got the ability to lubricate the blade by putting that down, make it a smoother cut. And all it is now a matter of taking the patterns and gumming up the back with some glue stick and laying them down on here and get to work cutting them. So let's get started. Okay, I got all the pieces cut out of the paper, and what we want to do now is take some glue stick and very generously glue up the back of these things. Alright, there's the main part of the body, or coat as I call it. Let's see if we can get that on here somehow. I don't know that I'm going to have enough room on this actually. Top to bottom, but I think it's probably going to be, nope, I guess we're not going to be able to do this. We're going to need a bigger piece. So let's try, this one's the same size, so I don't think I have much luck with this. I thought maybe we could put this at an angle and fit it on here, but I guess not. Alright, so I'm going to have to get another piece that's a little bit bigger. Let me go take a look around for this. Okay, I found another piece of scrap that I taped up, same size, 1/4 inch, a little bit bigger, and that should put this guy down with no problem. Alright, nice. Now we have his gnarly looking beard here, and we have his cap, which we could probably put on here. Let's see if we can fit these on. Let's see if I can put that in there. If I put his beard over here, I don't know. Yeah, we could probably do it. We can probably do it. Just shave this down a little bit. And I'm sure we can, what if we put this down here? I wonder if it make any difference. Let's see. Put that down here, the cap down there. I don't think the beard is going to fit up there as well, though. Alright, let's do the gooey on the back here. Get that all stuck up. And we decided we're going to do this for the top, so we'll put our way up there. Not to overlap with anything. Now let's hope we can figure out a way to get this on here. We could always use another piece of plywood, of course, but if you can make use of everything out of one piece, that's even better. It's a bonus. Okay, this goes, oh yeah, no problem. Put that right in there. Now, I had another. Oh, here it is. Here. Okay. This is going to be the eyes and the nose. Looks like a little bunny rabbit right now, but I think there should be, once we get it painted up, it'll look pretty good. Put some glue on the back of that, and we take it, and this is real tiny, so we can fit it in just about anywhere. As good a spot as any right there. Okay, we've got our pattern all put together here on the board. I don't think we're going to need to drill any insert holes because we're just cutting that thing right out of there. So let's go over to the scroll saw and get to work. Okay, we're over here at the scroll saw, and I got a number 9 blade in there right now, which I don't really want to use. So what we'll do is we'll take that out. And we'll put in my trusty number 5 reverse tooth blade. Now I have a hands-free system here. My foot pressed down, lifts the arm up and holds it up in the air until I'm done with whatever I need to do. Built this out of some scrap wood. It extends up to the ceiling, down to the saw, and runs to a little foot pedal that I made. And just pressing down causes it to pop up. And so I've got both of my hands free that way. So we'll put our blade in the top section and let it drop down slowly. And we can insert our bottom blade in the clamp down there and lock it down tight. Okay, we've got our number 5 blade installed, and we're ready to actually start cutting. But what I'll do is make sure this tension is good on this. My Excalibur here is getting rather old, and it's wearing down. And I'd like to take it apart someday and maybe do some adjustments inside, but I need it so constantly I haven't had a chance to do that. And one of the problems I've had over the years, of course, and I may have mentioned this before, is that when I go to put a blade in here, I tended to, in the old days, press this down to a point and then hold it down like that and tighten this down. But I would often just simply bring it down like this, and eventually this wore out the little thread on the inside there, and this thing would eventually fall off. But what I did was I came up with another system. I don't use the hold down here, so what I did was I put a little handle on here which presses that down for me. So now all I do is press down on there instead of holding it down with this knob here, and then just slide it in, tighten it up, and put it back up. And then I put my tension on it, and we're all set to go. Handy little device. I think I got a video on this if you're interested in making one for your Excalibur. Fairly simple process. Okay, I've also got a video on my lift system too, so you might want to look that up as well. Alright, I think we can now start doing our cutting here. It should be just a matter of cutting out the outlines on each of these. So let's go. Okay, there's part of it done. Should have probably started down at the bottom here. Let's do it this way and we'll be able to cut it all out. Here we go. Okay, we got our basic body part. Now it looks like almost like a ghost here, actually. Shows you can make a ghost as a music conductor or a magician or whatever from this. But there's more to do, so let's cut the rest of it out. We'll do the cap next. Okay, the cap has been cut out. And now, this is a toughie here because you got a lot of intricate linear designs in here. But this is going to make that gnarly beard that he's going to wear. Okay, I got his gnarly beard done. Put a couple extra slices in there to dress it up. Don't worry about following the lines. You can use your own imagination to make the beard any scraggly look about it will be fine. And the last piece we got to cut is the eyes and the nose. What we'll do is all as one piece here. Okay, we got the nose and the eyes cut out. As I said, it looks like a little rabbit's head, but fix that up. It'll look very nice when they're done. Alright, let's go to the bench and peel all these labels off. Okay, over here at the bench, peel all these pieces off now. Shouldn't be too difficult. That came off nicely. Got some on the back here too, because this was scrap, remember. So, take that and peel it off. That's good. And we'll do the cap the same way. Get that off there. Nothing on the back of that one. Our little head, our little nose, looks like a rabbit's head. We'll peel that off. Okay, and our gnarly beard. That's going to be more difficult to peel because you got all these little slices in the pattern. That's okay. We'll manage. It's always good to start from a point if you can when you're peeling these off. The point always seems to give way first. And try to keep it as tight a bundle as you can as you're pulling it off. Okay, that came out pretty good. There. And got a little bit of green here. Get rid of that. Alright. Now we're going to take these over to the sanding mop and I'm going to smooth everything out and around over the edges, and it should look pretty good. So let's take it over there. Okay, we're here at the sanding mop, and this is foot controlled, of course. What we're going to do is just simply go all along the edges here and around the top and bottom and smooth everything out. Of course, you can do this with sandpaper too, but this is a little bit easier. Okay, we've got all the pieces cut out now, and they're all nice and smooth. The assembly is going to be fairly simple. I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to take the beard first and put it up at the top. We're going to glue that down, of course. And then we're going to put the cap right up at the top, far up as we can go on that. And then we'll take the eyes and the nose and stick them right up inside there. We're going to have a real goofy looking wizard, but I think he's going to look pretty good when he's all done. I'm going to glue this down. I'm holding this down because it'll fall off, but I want to glue this down now and get it ready. But we don't want to glue it yet. We want to first of all color this thing in. I'm going to try painting these before we put it all together. Alright, instead of just regular paint, what I'm going to do is take some of these Craftsman paints and sort of make a wash again. I put some of the white paint in there and a few teaspoons of water, and I'm just going to mishmash this together, see what I can do. I don't want it to be too thick. I want this to be more like a wash, and see what he comes out like. If it doesn't work, we can always paint it, of course, but maybe this will work out pretty good. Gotta get all that. This paint that I've got is kind of old and grungy looking, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out alright. Now we're going to do the beard this white, so what we're going to do is just drop it in there, let it sit in there, flip it over. Doesn't look too good right now. I have a feeling the paints are probably too old, or maybe it needs more paint. Let's put some more in. This is an experiment. I mean, it's not gonna... Got sort of a spotted beard there. Let's pour some more paint in here. Make it a little thicker. Hopefully a little less granule. Paint is really old, so I don't know what I'm going to get in the end. But, hey, you live and you learn. This is a white paint. Mixing it up is, well, spilling it all over the place here too, of course. Let's put them back in there again. See if this helps at all. Maybe we can wipe this down with a paper towel and it'll look better. Hopefully. Give it a good soaking in there. Okay, I'll take a piece of this paper towel and we'll sort of rub it in. Yeah, it's not coming out too bad actually, except that it's more like a paint than a wash. The back doesn't really matter. This is going to be glued down anyways. Okay, not bad. I think we're going to have to clean out the little grooves later on after it dries. But I think it's going to look pretty good. I mean, it's just a wash that we're coming for here. It's not really dark paint, which I don't really want. Okay. I'm going to try to do this with the other pieces in different colors, of course. I'm going to just wipe this down a little more. Spread out some of that paint. Put it over here to dry. And we'll attack it with another one. Okay, for better or for worse, I washed these down with different colors. I'm going to just let them dry now. And for the beard, I'll probably go over the little slots with a toothpick just to clean out the paint in between them so that they'll stand out a little bit and make a little shadowy look to them. Alright, let's go to the nose and eyes here. Okay, with the nose and the eyes, not going to do too much. I'm going to just take a little black marker and line out the bottom of the eyes. Make black eyes. I don't know if that's acceptable for a gnome, but I think that'll be fine. The eyes will really stand out against a plain wood nose. Not even going to paint the nose, we'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, we'll let those dry along with the paint, and then we'll come back and assemble this whole thing together. Okay, all the pieces have dried off nicely here. So what I'm going to do to dress this beard up a little bit is take a pencil with a real sharp point. I'm going to go in the area where I did the cutting. Make those pieces stand out a little bit. If you want to, you can even use your pencil to shade around the edges of the beard, make it really stand out. I'm getting nervous here, hoping that I don't splotch up these lines too much, but I think they're coming out pretty good. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It makes them stand out better than what they did before. Okay. Now the gluing process begins. Take our background first, and the next thing that's going to be is the beard placed on top of that, of course. So we'll put a little patch of glue in here. Don't need a lot. Enough to hold this thing in place. Okay, we'll put our beard right up on top, close to the top as we can get it. Okay, that's good. The next thing we want to do is put our cap on him, like that. So what we'll do is we'll glue the back of the cap. That should work out pretty good. Put that up right up near the top as much as we can. Close to the top as possible. Okay. And our eyes and nose. Not going to be too fancy on this. And of course you can paint this any way you want. It's just my rendition of it. Okay, put them together pretty good. I'm going to take the glue bottle, just let it sit on there. Doesn't need a lot of pressure on this. Hold it down for a while, let it dry. We'll come back and take a look at it. Remember that if you do want to get this pattern, down below there's a link. You click on it, that'll take you to my Etsy store. And this is going to be a little package. It's about 3 or 4 different gnome patterns that you can play around with and enjoy. So if you'd like to do that, just go right there. Okay, we finished up our gnomes, and they look rather decorative. And a simple white paint wash on the one on the right. He's a sorcerer, of course, and the other one is just sort of a plain old garden variety gnome we sprinkle down for use them as an ornament. Now, you can put a little piece of wood on the back like I did as a stand-up. Give the bottom a little bit of an incline by putting it on the sander, and it'll stand up very nicely for decorative purposes. Of course, you can dress it up a little bit differently, put some stars on there or whatever you like to make your gnome a little more unique. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project, and as I said, you go down below and click on the link, take you to my Etsy store, and you can pick up this pattern, modify it any way you'd like, dress them up, and you'll not only get this gnome, but you'll get another one too, and another little project that I've also stuck in there as well, having to do with gnomes. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, click the like button down below, and if you haven't joined the channel already, click on the subscribe button and join in. Thank you for watching.